Rovers seem to be busy in the final stages of the transfer window, and today it looks like Kyle McFadzean is the latest member to be joining JDT's camp heading into the back end of this transfer window. Who is he? What's he all about? Well, in this video, we hope to, of course, do a little bit of a deep dive into Kyle and what he's going to bring to the table. That's right. Of course, throughout the window, we've been linked with central defenders from all across the nation, really. I think Nat Phillips was on the radar, one of the Coopers, I think the one at Leeds. Was also hotly tipped to join us, and amongst others, of course. So Kyle McFadzean comes here at a ripe old age of 36. He will be 37 come the end of the month, of course, and that is, quite an old fella. I could say that because I'm older than the fella, but he does come with a whole wealth of experience. I'm not necessarily, doing backflips about this deal, but it is a short-term deal, permanent deal, I believe, until the end of the season. So we'll see where he is after that. Of course, if he chips in with 10 or 15 appearances for us, and manages to guide us towards the right direction, towards the top end of the table, then I think it's going to be a fantastic bit of business. He will, of course, join the already listed centre-backs of Hayden Carter. We got Scotty Wharton, we got the new fella, O'Riordan, and also old compatriot or teammate, Dom Hyam. Of course, Kyle McFadzean and Dom Hyam, both recently of Coventry City. Of course, they played with each other for a number of years, so already that's a big tick in the box. Familiarity, of course, at the back there. And let's not look at this as a signing a veteran who, of course, is not playing regularly. He's chipped in already with 15 games so far for Coventry this season. I know they didn't have the greatest start to the campaign, but of course they're flying high right here, right now. In fact, let me have a quick deep dive into their situation. He was not in the lineup last night. He was not even on the bench last night for Coventry, which is an interesting scenario. But if we do a deep dive, maybe go back a handful of games, maybe November 25th against Millwall. He was not involved in that game either. He was on the bench, of course. So yeah, we're going back. We're already going back a little bit here, guys, from when those 15 games did appear for Coventry. But regardless about all that, he is definitely in the experience campaign. Is he going to be playing regularly for Blackburn Rovers? That I cannot guarantee. I'm struggling to find where he's played. I'm thinking, I bet you now that I do a deep dive into this, I bet you it's the first few games of the season where, of course, there you go. There we're in a back three. Of course. Back in October the 4th, when, of course, Coventry City beat Blackburn Rovers 1-0. McFadzean was in the back there alongside Binks and Thomas. And, of course, Coventry came out on top with a 1-0 win over Rovers. So back in October, he was in the team and he was chipping in with some appearances. But right now, of course, out of favour. And, of course, Coventry are playing a ridiculous football and are definitely in that playoff discussion. He does come with a great, strong pedigree at the back, of course. He's rocking a 6'1" frame right now, and he's chipped in with 8 goals in total for Coventry over the season. In fact, the last 4 seasons, he has chipped in with a goal across the board. He was definitely going to be a major force when called upon for set pieces, whether we are attacking or defending, and that is definitely a major weakness we've had over the course of the last couple of seasons. So, this gets a big tick for me. Of course, I'm not really going to give it a big no, because the situation we find ourselves in, we are scraping the barrel to an extent. We don't have money to play with, and of course, a lot of our money seems to be pushing towards a striker. Of course, Duncan Maguire, hopefully, will be another name that will be added to the mix later on. But this one is just about over the line, so Rovers can start to plan with him in the team, or at least in the squad for hopefully QPR. Of course, get the paperwork done early, and of course we'll see where we are as well after that. So good 2 additions, a young'un, Reardon, again bigger frame as well, and now Kyle McFadzean seems to be the guy that ticks hopefully the experience boxes for JDT. Will it be, of course, a Rovers player next season? That's of course something we'll have to deal with later, but I think right now we just need some solid men at the back. And of course, this guy fits the mold perfectly. So I'm excited just to get another name in the box, of course, and then all we need now is a striker, and maybe one other, depending on who goes out. Of course, that's another question. Of course, and again, maybe another video. If this Maguire comes in, are we going to lose Gallagher? Are we going to lose Telalovic? Are we going to lose Ennis? So a little bit of juggling still to be done by Rovers in the transfer window, but right here, right now, we of course are looking to celebrate the arrival of Kyle McFadzean when, of course, that gets the official Fabrizio Romano approval. But until then, subscribe and catch you later. Of course, and breaking news coming at you from Rovers hourly. It seems to be right here at the moment as we look forward to the end of the window, and of course, looking forward to kick off against QPR, which of course we'll have the watch along. So of course, stick by for that.